in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
I can tell you on the field, we could not ask for better conditions this late in the season. It is a gorgeous day for college football here in this bowl game. I'm expecting both offenses to open it up and air it out. Perfect conditions. The field is in great shape. I'll keep you posted on just how things develop here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Dixon. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks the... The yardage you would have gotten with a touchback. Looking for a crease. It's Valentine. Rommel's ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Illinois right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Looking to pass. It's Hauser. Trying to make magic with his feet. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
The short hands. It's Valentine. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Ran through the contact. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be...
Snags it, and he's open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You know, this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Running into the open space. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The give on the option. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Hauser. Fires to the right. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
On the option. Pulls it and runs it again. He'll pitch it. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with a running game on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. The run inside. It's Jackson. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. On the move. Here's a little room there. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Pulls it on the option. Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. The option look. Rides the option, he keeps it. At the 35, he's got room. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They'll run the option. Leaves it with the running back. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36. And here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Looking for room. It's Valentine. Yep, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Illini! take it in for 6 more points.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Running inside, it's Jackson. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Goes to the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Illinois now facing 3rd and forever. the draw. It's Valentine. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Johnson looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some...
Caught, and he's got room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. Might have a chance. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Johnson wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's caught. The 2-pointer is good, and now we have a 1-possession game. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. Pulls it on the option. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken here. Second one called by Kansas State. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Perry. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The Illini generating momentum through the air. Let's see if they go back to it. The ball is out behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Johnson looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. On the move at the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to it. Can't get him to the ground. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he surges across the line. Touch! Kansas State. That timeout taken by the Wildcats is their final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Motion from the wide receiver. Touchdown Wildcats. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw. It's Hauser. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Valentine. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass on second down. He's going to let it go. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Fielded in the end zone, it's White. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kansas State will get things going as they take over on offense. We are locked up to start the second half, and guys, you know what? In a bowl, sometimes that intensity really builds in a tight game like this.
I think that's why we were really
Powers for another one. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people like so.
Maybe a crease. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation.
Oh, he's got some space. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Finds his man. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Johnson wants to throw it. Touchdown, Wildcats. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Caught in the backfield, it's Perry. Looking for room at the 40. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Snags it, and there's running room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback. But sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck. But that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch. And I still expect him to be a big part of this football game.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. On target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Complete on the left to Williams. Turning it on. The 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And on first down, they've set... dialed up the... Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. I don't know. Maybe he's mad at the offense, so he's not going to let him play with the football. They're just punting on second down. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback will keep it. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
The kick is on its way. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Rides to back and leaves it. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. Defense picks it up. Makes the grab and room to run. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
A nice job by the defense swarming to the football. Anytime you're having the ball being pitched or you're having a lateral on the play, you want to get to that guy who's doing it. Hit him. Make that thing bounce all over.
Looking for the end zone. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Those pitches, those laterals, whatever you want to call them, the more times you do those in a game, the more likelihood you have of putting that pigskin on the ground. They put it on the ground there. Ball gets out. It happens. It's going to be a part of the game, but it's also the part of the game that the coaches, when they get you to the sidelines, they're going to tell you about it. And they're not going to tell you about it in good language.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Out routes are timing routes. The QB's got to throw that before the receiver gets out of his break. He was a little bit late, and as a result, it's incomplete.
Sends it back in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's going to be a safety, and you want to talk about screwing up a turnover. He just did.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head, and you're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but you can tell lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost, he goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong direction.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harris. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The play action fake. He spins that thing down the middle. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Kansas State, who carries the lead into the quarter break. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's got him. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up at this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Looking downfield, it's Hauser. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Bounced right back to them.
That is a nice break for the offense. Man, those are plays that you don't think about down the road, but those are turnovers. They just bounce a little bit in the direction of the defense. You're so jacked up. You create momentum, juice. It could change the game. That's a great break for the offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That defense was not fooled at all. Kind of a running situation, right? A lot of times you go for it on 4th down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for space. It's Harris. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it-runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, it's Dixon. Speeding down the left side. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. It's first and goal as Illinois comes to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're on the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
And he muffs it, a loose football. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Ready to fire from the pistol. Scanning the field, it's Hauser. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it on the outside. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois. He got it back corner of the end zone.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Makes the grab for the 2.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot, you could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to...
Breaks into the open. Pass the tag. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. That's going to be a safety. Why in the world would you retreat to your end zone? Just a mind-numbing mistake.
And you could see everyone on the sideline. They're pointing the other direction. You're going the wrong way. Sometimes, listen, when you scoop the ball up and you've been twisted and you've been turned, you don't know where the ball was coming from or where you were coming from, you go the wrong direction. And that right there will be a play and a clip that will be showed over and over again. And I don't think he's going to like it.
Complete disaster there. He loses 10. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. After this, it'll be a wrap. Johnson looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.